Everyone, welcome back to a new post today, and let's continue with the preliminary important points for the UPSC 2025 prelims examination. I'm going a bit forward from June 10th. I'm coming to the present day, June 25th. I will cover the 10th to 25th series in the following posts, which will be coming up. So let's look at the first thing that happened on June 25th with regard to, we had Bangladeshi Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina on a visit to India and a very dear neighbor. So we both, India and Bangladesh, have a treaty for sharing of the Ganga water between India and Bangladesh, which was signed in 1996, where we share the Ganga waters at Farakka, and this pact now is set to expire in December 2026, 1 year from now. So there is a panel that is reviewing the treaty, and a part of the panel is the chief engineer of irrigation from West Bengal. So India and Bangladesh share about 54 rivers from the Himalayas to the Bay of Bengal, and the four largest are the Ganga, Brahmaputra, the Teesta, and the other is the Meghna river. So the Teesta is a tributary of the Brahmaputra, and it cascades from Sikkim and West Bengal before entering into Bangladesh. Now there have been talks between the two countries over the Teesta rivers, but there is no breakthrough for decades without much progress. Until 2011 there was a solution for renewal of the sharing of the river water, but however that was not accepted by West Bengal. So according to the pact that was signed during the then Prime Minister Manmohan Singh of the UPA government in 2011, India would get 42.5% of Teesta's water and Bangladesh 37.5% during the dry season. Bangladeshi farmers have flagged the shortage of water in the winter months, especially, that is from December to April. However, in 2011 the agreement had to be shelved after West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee refused to sign, saying that the pact would be against the interest of the state's farmers. And the Teesta water sharing agreement between India and Bangladesh has been waiting to be signed since 2011. China has been showing interest recently over the river, and Beijing wants to dredge and embank the portion of the Teesta river. So let me tell you, in 2011, in an interim deal that was supposed to last for 50 years, that's up to 2026, India was to get 42.5%, Bangladesh 37.5% of the river, and the rest would be was unallocated. However, West Bengal and Sikkim opposed the interim deal, since the deal was shelved and remains unsigned due to the objections of West Bengal. The second most important issue is with regard to the Lok Sabha. So what are the we have the formation of the 18th Lok Sabha, we have the MPs that have taken oath, we have the Council of Ministers, 72 a number, that have taken oath of office and secrecy. We also have the leaders of the House being chosen now for the Lok Sabha, that's Prime Minister Narendra Modi and JP Nadda. For the Rajya Sabha, we have the leader of opposition for the first time in 10 years, because they command the required strength of 10% of the strength of the Lok Sabha. So what are the articles that deal with Lok Sabha? So part 5 of the Constitution, chapter 2, deals with Parliament. Now let me tell you, Article 79 of the Constitution says that there shall be a Parliament that shall consist of the President, the two houses known as the Council of States, and the House of People. So the definition of the Parliament is given in Article 79. 81 speaks of the composition of the House of People, that's the Lok Sabha or the lower house, and 82 speaks of readjustment after every census. 83 speaks of the duration of the houses. So these are some of the articles that deal with the Parliament both the houses as well. So the next most important issue is with regard Kerala now Legislative Assembly passing a resolution for change in name of Kerala. This is not the first time that we have a state passing a resolution for a change in name. However, this power rests with the Parliament under Article 3 of the Constitution. So Kerala Assembly unanimously passed a resolution asking Constitution Amendment to change the name to Kerala. The name change will be depicted in the Schedules 1 and 4 of the Constitution. So Pinarayi Vijayan moved the resolution calling for invoking of Article 3, which deals with formation of new states, alteration of the area boundaries, and also renaming of the states as well. To make amendments in the first and the fourth schedule, the first schedule deals with the names of the states in India and the Union Territories, and the fourth schedule deals with allocation of seats in the Rajya Sabha. So Kerala is the name of Kerala in Malayalam. Let me tell you the Kerala was mentioned in the Ashokan inscriptions as early as in 3th century BC, calling it the Chera territory. Now Uttaranchal, so Kerala is not the first state who's calling for a change of name, which is done under Article 3 of the Constitution. Uttaranchal became Uttarakhand in 2007. There was an Andolan which led to the separation of Uttarakhand from Uttar Pradesh. Following that, Orissa became Odisha in 2011. In 2006, the territory of Pondicherry became Puducherry. Bombay was renamed as Mumbai, and Madras became Chennai. So these are some of the name changes. The next most important issues with regard to the World Craft City tag to Srinagar. Now this was given by the World Craft Council, which is not an international body, but it is an NGO. So it is a non-governmental organization working to empower the artisans and also safeguarding the craft globally. So in India, this is the 4th city now to get this tag, and this is likely to open Kashmir's centuries-old craft center to Central Asia and Iran. So the other 3 cities that have got this tag of World Craft City from the World Craft Council is Jaipur, Mallapuram and Mysuru. So they have been recognized by the World Craft Cities. So if I try to find out what are the crafts in these cities, this will help you in your preliminary examination. Yes, and the next one is Indus Water Treaty. So we have Pak officials coming for the very first time since Jammu and Kashmir became a union territory in 2019 to inspect the projects over the Chenab River. So we have an Indus Water Treaty between India and Pakistan. A 5-member Pakistani delegation has flown to Jammu's Kishtwar on Monday to inspect the power projects upon the rivers under the Indus Water Treaty of 1960. This is the first such visit by Jammu and Kashmir officials after the special status was scrapped in 2019 and the ties between India and Pakistan steeped down. The delegation from Pakistan and its Indian counterpart further flew to the delegation from Pakistan and its Indian counterpart were in Jammu and Kashmir district, with World Bank appointed neutral experts to inspect the under construction of the projects on under the Indus Water Treaty. So as I told you, Pakistan is against certain projects being constructed on the Chenab River. For example, the Pakaldul and also the Kalnai hydroelectric power project, and also the Ratle hydroelectric project, which is on the Drabshala at the Drabshala, which is the site of the dam, and also the Pakaldul hydroelectric project in the Maru Sudar River, which is a tributary of the Chenab. So Pakistan has appointed a chair of Court of Arbitration, for which India has been vocally critical about. So the next most important is about JP Nadda being selected, nominated as a leader of the House in the Rajya Sabha. So the leader of the House in the Lok Sabha is usually the PM if the Prime Minister is from the lower house or from the Rajya Sabha. We have had Prime Ministers being from the Rajya Sabha. Find out who they are. And in this case, the Prime Minister is if the Prime Minister is from Lok Sabha. Similarly, we also have a leader of the House in the Rajya Sabha if he is a Prime Minister from he is the Prime Minister if he is from Rajya Sabha or any other senior minister nominated by the Prime Minister. Now, the leader of the House in the Lok Sabha is a parliamentary chairperson of the party that holds the majority in the Lok Sabha and is responsible for the government business in the House. The office holder usually is the Prime Minister if he is the member of the House, and if the Prime Minister is not a member of the Lok Sabha, usually the senior most member of the Union Cabinet nominated by the Prime Minister serves as the leader of the House in the Lok Sabha. Now, the first such leader of the House in independent India was Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru himself. And the leader of the House in the Rajya Sabha is the leader and the parliamentary chairperson of the majority party in the Rajya Sabha and is normally the cabinet minister nominated by the Prime Minister. The leader of the House is responsible for organizing the government meetings and also the business in the House. And this, let me tell you, both the offices are not enshrined in the Constitution, but they are mentioned in the rules book of the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha. And the first leader of the House in the independent India of Rajya Sabha is Gopalaswamy Iyengar. And the NTA Reform Committee has been formed, chaired by ISRO Chairman K. Radhakrishnan. Now, this committee will look into the reforms of the examination process and also improving the data security protocols, reviewing the structure structure and also the functioning of the National Testing Agency, which was formed in 2017 to conduct various examinations to various universities and college, etc. So the resolution was passed by the Kerala Assembly. What exactly is a resolution? So we hear the terms like motion, resolution, etc. What exactly is a resolution? Number one, resolution is a formal statement of an opinion. It's an opinion or a decision agreed upon by the Parliament or any of its committees, while a motion is a proposal made by the MP that the Parliament or the Committee of the Parliament do something or order that something be done, or expresses an opinion or a decision with regard to an issue. Now, the petition is a prayer or a plea in the Parliament. And the next most important issue is with regard to MPs taking oath and affirmation. So as under Article 99, every member of either House of the Parliament, before they take the seat, shall make and subscribe before the President or a person appointed by him or on behalf oath and affirmation according to the form set out in the 3rd schedule of the Constitution. President administered the oath and affirmation to the pro tem Speaker and other MPs to assist him, and they went on to administer the oath and affirmation to the remaining MPs of the Lok Sabha, and the Speaker was then chosen by consensus after that. So they cannot vote and take part in the proceedings unless they are administered the vote or the oath or affirmation, which is mentioned in Article 99 of the Indian Constitution. So the Lok Sabha term begins as soon as the Election Commission of India declares the results of the election. But to participate in the vote and also the proceedings of the House, the MPs have to need to take an oath and affirmation, and that is subscribed by the President or any other person appointed by him. So these are the 4 extra MPs that were nominated, that were appointed by the President, and who administered the oath and affirmation to the other members along with the pro tem Speaker. And artificial colours have been banned in Karnataka. So artificial colours are banned statutorily under the Food Safety and Standards Regulation of 2011. Earlier this year, there were prohibited usage of food colouring agents called as rhodamine B, which was widely used in gobi manchuria and also cotton candy in Karnataka, and the government has said that its usage has had adverse effects on public health. One of the Article 47 speaks about protecting the health of the people under the directive principles of state policy, and our Food Standards and Safety Regulatory Authority does just this. So these are the artificial colours banned across Karnataka, and these are the most important points that I thought I should share for you for your preliminary examination for June 25, 2024 for the upcoming UPSC examination of 2025. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to comment at the end of the video, and I shall see you tomorrow in another new post with a another fresh list of your important points, and until then, it's very happy learning.